Very beautiful Monday evening to you. Welcome to Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Dele Agadumo. Safe Blood Arena is brought to you courtesy Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services. And here on this program, we have talked about blood donation, blood donation advocacy. We've had guests in different spheres of the blood donation drive and those NGOs, foundations. We've had lots and lots of people. So you can simply go to our YouTube channel and just type in Save Blood Arena, and then you'll be able to watch all the back episodes of the program. Again, the program is brought to you courtesy Lagos State Blood Transfusion Services, and my name is Dele Agadumo. On the program today, we have a guest, as usual, Oluwatomisin Dabiri Adejobi. She is the founder, Mr. White Foundation. Good evening, Tomisi. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Safe Blood Arena and to Traffic Radio.
Thank you very much.
And of course, I have Taiwo Oloko. He is a Quality Assurance Officer at LSBTS. Welcome again.
Thank you.
All right. So today on the program, we are discussing youth engagement in voluntary blood advocacy and donation. So let me start by asking Oluwatomisin this question. What inspired the creation of Mr. White Foundation? How long have you been involved in voluntary blood donation advocacy?
Thank you very much for that question. It's actually a tragic event that inspired the launch of my foundation.
Okay.
Just before the start of the show, I was talking to Mr. Oloko about it because he asked me as well.
Okay.
And in November 2020, I lost a friend, and his nickname was Mr. White. So in the need to just do something to immortalize him and just start something and not just drown in that grief, right?
Okay.
So I said, okay, I can do something, right? I can start a blood donation foundation, and that one was in my power to do. I can't change the entire health industry, but I can start somewhere.
Yes.
And that was what birthed Mr. White Foundation.
Okay. Would you want to share what exactly happened? Because I'm sure people want to know, what transpired to create that intensity for you to have this foundation in his honor.
Yeah.
If it's not too much,
I will just try to share the ones I can. So, in just short words, just medical negligence, and we hear a lot of these stories happening in the country. Some deaths have been preventable due to maybe lack of facilities or lack of attention to the patients. So this case was one of medical negligence, and however sad as it was, because I was still in school when this started. I finished school recently, so I was in my 200, 300 level, I can't remember at the moment. And so we were both in school. He was schooling in the East, I was schooling in the Black. So then I heard that he had died. He was taking exams, took him to the medical center, wasn't given as much care as he should have. Unfortunately, he died, and I remember I was in the laundry one day, and I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And the blood donation came up to me. It's a very good story to tell, because earlier that year, I think in February, so the foundation launched in December, but earlier that year in February, I was in school, and I had heard of a blood donation drive happening in Unilag, and I went, and that was like my first blood donation experience. So when I was thinking, I was in my laundry in December 2020, I was like, what can I do? Like, you attended the blood drive earlier this year. You can do that. You can start from there and grow out into doing something even bigger than blood donation. So that's the story of Mr. White Foundation, how we started.
So what has your experience been like in organizing blood drives so far, and what strategies have you adopted to make sure that you have as many people as possible attending the blood drive?
Okay, my experience so far has been good, easier than I expected. So because we are a conservative people, right? Having to tell people to donate blood seemed like a stretch to me, right? It was, I thought it was going to be really hard. But God helped me in my first blood drive. I got so much support from people that I knew, and online. People were willing to just come through. The venue I got, my church volunteered to use our church venue.
Okay.
People online were donating. My friend, as a chef, did not collect money from me to cook for people. I partnered with a health tech company, Life Bank.
Okay.
So they also were very, very helpful. They sent some check out the location. It was just a very good experience. And I was like, I thought this was harder to achieve. It's actually easier to achieve. People actually want to help. Most times they don't just have the avenue to, but they actually do want to help. So I was like, okay, yeah, good, we'll go on with this. So strategies, I'm a marketing and communication expert. Okay. So it was just easier to tie that into empathy, storytelling, come and donate blood, we're saving people, which we are, right? And a strategy I also employ is I do Christmas blood drives. Okay. So it's you might not be able to, but at least you can give them blood, right? So not all our blood drives have been Christmas blood drives, but we've had Christmas blood drive, which would have another this year Christmas blood drive. So we came to that Christmas blood drive. The marketing for that is always Christmas blood drive, very elaborate. And yeah, we just also communication, right? There's a lot of like myths and it can't convince them to do, right? And even though a lot, I've come to realize that I did not even particularly need to say too much. Okay. I just need people to know, okay, you don't need to have never been sick before, you don't need to have never drank alcohol before to donate blood. So, yeah.
So, talking about myths, stories, and all of that, have you had or heard out of this world testimonies or stories about people who have donated blood, why they decided to donate blood? I mean, something that inspired your team to continue along the line of blood advocacy and blood donation?
First off, I think my own inspiration was internal first, and I tried to like pour that into my team. And then the second one is, I know this lady on Instagram, our sister is sickle cell. Okay. She champions for blood donation all the time. And I see how, because she had lost one of her younger sisters to sickle cell. And then the second one now always needs like blood donation occasionally. And is now being scheduled for bone marrow transplant. So she is she's a strong voice online for blood donation, and I see how she's really passionate about it because she had lost a sister and she's trying not to lose another sister to that. So that also inspires me.
Okay. So how long does it take you to put together, arrange and organize a blood drive?
I'm a superwoman. My first blood drive took me less than 2 weeks to put together to organize. I've had some that took me like a month. Okay. I try not to overthink it because I realize that there's nothing I need to achieve this blood drive that is out of my hands. Okay. Right? The people, they are people. The logistics, I can sit down and figure it out. Okay. And the partner, it's really the medical partner that is the stretch to achieve. And that's why I'm here with LSBT. They are always there to sweeten things up for me. So once I know that, I'll just put a call through to them. I'm having something planned. Okay, tell me what date is it going to be? I'll say, I don't know the exact date, but like in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, okay, sure, just let me know the exact date. I will be there. That's all I need to do. And I know that they have everything health on deck. So I've never had to worry too much about the health angle of things. I just do more of the marketing, the logistics, the communication, and ensuring that, okay, even though I fully trust LSBTC, I give them all of the necessary information that they need to ensure that they are fully ready for the event. So sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes a week, sometimes a month. It just depends on the location.
Okay, so I know that blood donation, you have to be between 18 to 65 at most. Do you have like a target age group when you are organizing your blood drive? Do you have a target age group? And then, yes, let me answer that one first, then I'll go on to my next
just
question.
As I said, 18 to 65. And everybody that comes, before you even get to the blood donation aspect, you are screened. Yes. Very well screened. And so even if some people might come and be older or younger, the LSBTC helps me like screen them out and just say, okay, we love that you're passionate about blood donation. you will get to donate blood, but at the moment you can't. This is like a gift package for you. Thank you. Just be on the lookout for like more in the future when you're older. Yeah, and it's not just even for age, for people with health conditions as well, right? So people feel like they might be sick, but they still want to still donate and do something, right? But LSBTC helps me handle that, so check them and everything. So yeah.
Okay. So do you have any upcoming campaign? You talked about a December blood drive. Do you have anyone between now and then, or is just you're focused on December blood drive right now?
We've had one in June.
Okay.
We did this in Unilag, very successful event.
Okay.
So we had one in June, and the second one will be in December. So all eyes on Mr. White Foundation Christmas blood drive.
So what's in the future for Mr. White's Foundation?
I've been doing a lot of introspection on this, right? Because it's a huge deal. Health tech for me is something I'm very, very passionate about. I see doing more outdoor campaigns on health practices, especially in rural areas. I see doing campaigns on safe water, campaigns on maternity and infants. So, however, I don't have the full picture right now, but I know that after this next blood drive, we'll be hearing more bigger scale things from Mr. White Foundation, and we'll do more partnerships, even with the Ministry of Health.
Okay. So what has the experience been like for you partnering with LSBTS concerning your events?
So I've had a couple of partners. I've had great partners in the last close to 5 years now of Mr. White. I've partnered with Life Bank, I've partnered with Red Cross, and I've partnered with LSBTC.
LSBTS.
BTS, so BTC, the Instagram and can be BTC. So they have, I've partnered with them 3 times now.
Okay.
So, and it's just the ease for me, right? There's a contact person that I speak to all the time on WhatsApp, Ms. Balogun. She's very pleasant, very, very pleasant. She checks up, okay, we're doing this is what we need, this is how we need it. And I just like run through what I'm trying to achieve with her. She ensures that all our team is like, they come through like fully fitted and everything. I mean, we had one blood drive in Unilag, and when the Unilag, the person that heads the medical center in Unilag came and showed like, oh, this is actually the setup and everything was up to standard. So I do not joke with the standard, right? But this is blood donation. I actually want that was even in school. I needed to ensure that the students were adequately looked after at the blood donation. So it's the ease for me, and that's why I'm still using LSBTC for the next one in December. And for more partnerships in the future.
Okay, so for the December event, how has your study marketing and communications, how is it helping to get more of the word out there so you can get at least maximum participation in December? Because December, lots of traveling, people will be traveling, eating and all of that, partying. So how is that helping to prepare their minds towards what you want to achieve in December?
Interesting, because in my second blood drive, I learned a lesson, right? People wanted to, but some of them at that point I traveled out of the state to like their hometown. I mean, it was 28, so it wasn't after Christmas. So
people are preparing for the new year.
Some of them had gone home, right? And that's a good learning curve, because we're only able to get those that were still in Lagos. Imagine if it was earlier, before people went home for Christmas break. So that is one lesson I learned from having it too late in December. Now more early in December, right? So funny how I've never actually done any paid advertisements for my foundation in our last 4 to 5 drives.
It's usually on campus.
No, not only on those. We've had in Ikeja, we've had on the island, Victoria Island, so we've had in different locations. This one is going to be likely in Ikeja too. So I've not had to do any paid advertisements, but this year I'm exploring paid advertisement for that, because I want to reach a more massive audience than just my immediate circle, So I want to reach more people, and we are going to make it a lifestyle thing to do, right? You go to brunch with your friends, you go to the arcade with your friends, you go to do blood donation with your friends.
Okay, all right, awesome. So let me give Taiwo, I mean, we have heard all her plans and what she's done so far. Tell us, how does LSBTS work with, say, other stakeholders, hospitals, international partners, NGOs, to ensure blood safety? Because it's not just about collecting bleeding people, but then also have to ensure the safety of the blood before it is transfused, and also the security of that blood as well. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited today because she's making me happy. When she mentioned what LSBTS does to make our events seamless. I remember the song "Just Call My Name" and I'll be there. That word came to my mind. Okay. So anytime she calls us, we're there for her. We make everything easy for her. So we support the NGOs, for example. Based on your question now, with material and technical support. We support them with the things that they need to test the donors, to be sure that the donors are fit and able to donate. And that's the first step for safety. Okay. It starts from the donor, vein to vein, a safe vein to the recipient's vein, the donor's vein to the recipient's vein. Yes. So the donor has to be, the ideal donor, which is where we come in. So we provide all the material and technical support. We have the technical staff, trained staff, hardworking and courteous people. Yes. We have we provide all the materials, the BP monitors, the hemoglobinometers, and everything that they need to check the donors. So we give them all the supports, and throughout this month we brought people from the NGOs. Yes. And all of them have said the same thing. True. We give them all the supports. We provide support to hospitals too. We give them blood and blood components that they do not have. When they are short in supply, they get whatever else they need that they don't have. All right. From us. And we also provide training, to the hospital staffs, and the private hospitals and the private blood banks too. Well, next one is going to be interesting because I'm excited about it. We're going to be discussing how we partner with international organizations to ensure that blood is safe. Okay. And anybody that is receiving blood in Lagos is receiving safe blood. Okay. We're going to be talking about accreditation, which is putting everything in place to ensure that we meet global standards. Okay. Which is the next step for us. And this is the best way to partner with international organizations, because there are international bodies that check standards and quality globally. Yes. And once you partner with them and you raise your level to that standard, certified and accredited, then you are a global player at that stage. True. Whatever service and product you offer meets global standards. So that's the next level we're going to. Okay. And next month is the month we're going to, reveal and unveil everything here. Okay. All right, so if you just tuned in, this is Safe Blood Arena on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Quickly, this update from the control room, this one from the Ikoyi-Balinde axis. The movement from Falomo inward Awolowo Road stretch down to Oniko roundabout is still good, and Falomo inward Botelon Road, Alexander Road, the Link Bridge, Alexander roundabout inward Gerard roundabout is still appreciable. Also, Alfred Rwani Road, the Federal Marriage Registry, NNPC, Golden Gate, Bayokuku intersection, Osborne Foreshore, Dolphin Bridge connecting Ilubri to Third Milan Bridge is also an appreciable movement. Also have Mobo Ebutero axis. The movement on TMS Bridge inward of Canal Market stretch to Jara Lokma by NEPA still okay. And descending CMS Bridge inward UBA roundabout to connect Inner Marina will also have a good steady movement on Broad Street stretch to Mobo underneath the bridge to connect Ofikana and Uluogbo. A good movement also on Eco Bridge inward at Mobo to connect CMS proper and at Mobo underneath the bridge. Descending Eco Bridge inward Elegbata Mini Stadium, Ebutero Market through Jalonibu Market down to Police Post is in good shape. At Ebutero Market inward Leventis through UBA roundabout
to connect inner and outer marina is still okay, and impediment remains negative and personnel very much on ground doing the needful. Also, other parts of the metropolis still looks good, and well, expect traffic light alternation delay at some point, but so far we still have good movement and impediment remains negative. All right, so for more of the NGOs and foundations that are showing up and showing interest in partnering with LSBTS, aside from making everything available and, as Oluwatomisi said, giving them a seamless experience, are there plans to take on more of these foundations and NGOs who are interested in bringing in more people to join the blood donation community? And what, if it's possible, what are those criteria that they need to meet for them to be a part of the community?
Okay, thank you. Yes, there's a plan. There's plan to get more people because we haven't reached where we're going yet.
Yes.
We are going to 100% voluntary blood donation.
Okay.
Many countries have achieved it. Smaller nations have achieved it. We can do it. In Lagos, we can do it in Nigeria. So we need more NGOs, more individuals, more organizations, more corporate bodies coming in.
Join in.
So once an NGO shows an interest, we can even guide them on how to set up your NGO, not in the technical way, but what you need to do
to meet
to be able
your
to run the blood
requirements.
drive, to meet our requirements. You know, some of the guests that came earlier in the month, they mentioned how it was easy for them to set up their NGOs. That's a very complex thing. Of course, outside of registration and all those stuff, running a blood drive has become very easy. Just contact LSBTS under whatever umbrella that you come under. We'll make it easy for you.
Now, let me ask a question that maybe somebody could be thinking of asking out there. Anyone who wants to start an NGO or a foundation that's going to be fully involved in blood drive, is it necessary for the person or the people to be, how do I put this now, health inclined or medicine inclined, or they could just be, or they need to be lab scientists or something?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's about saving lives.
Okay.
It's about making,
so you have to have that interest.
Exactly. So once you are interested in saving lives, and you think that blood donation is one of the ways that you want to use to do that, please feel free to approach LSBTS.
Okay.
We will give you all the support that you need. You don't have to be medically trained. You don't have to be involved in healthcare at all.
Okay. All right. So on a final note, Tomisi, for people who would like to be a part of Mr. White Foundation, how can they get in touch?
You can get in touch with me via Instagram at Tomisin_KK or my foundation's Instagram at Mr. White Foundation. It's Mr. White Foundation on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Okay. All right.
Or you can just send an email to mrwhitefoundation@gmail.com.
Okay, cool. All right. So thank you very much for coming, and we wish you the best towards your December blood drive.
Thank you very much.
Thank